2 years ago, I was working with Lakme salons. Have any of you all visited the Lakme salons on time? Yes. I was working as a national business manager for Lakme salons, before which I was working as a national training manager for Avon beauty products. How many of you use Avon cosmetics? Don't use? Use? You know about it? Okay, all right. So I have actually worked with women, essentially, in large numbers for about 12 years. I also have worked with Oriflame Cosmetics for some 4 years. Now I am working as an image consultant. I am a certified image consultant. Image management is a very new concept in India. It's just 4 years old, but in the organized fashion. How long ago did image management come into being? I think it's as old as mankind and womankind. How many of you remember looking at somebody and then saying, should I talk to this person or not? Is this person worth approaching or not? Let me take you back to when you were an 8-month-old baby. An 8-month-old baby decides whether he or she should actually leap onto somebody or just cringe away. How many of you have babies here? Or children? How many of you have seen babies? What a question. Yes, all of us have. Okay. So, a baby decides whether to go or not to go. To leap or not to leap. Image management is as old as that. We've always been seeing people and deciding whether this person is to be ticked or ticked off. Evaluating people's appearance is something that we do every single day. How many of you disagree? Today I was talking to another group of women. They said, sometimes. I say that sometimes we are aware of the fact that we're doing this, but all the time this is happening. One thing we forget to acknowledge is that we are evaluating somebody and somebody is always evaluating us all the time. Unfortunately, evaluation steps into a negative aspect, which is kind of, it's negative. It's like slotting somebody, but people are always doing that all the time. So, image management is about appearance. What is an image? Image is you in the minds of somebody else. We're always seeing people, right? We're always clicking pictures, clicking images of people. So if you were to just close your eyes and then imagine somebody, there's a picture that comes. If you want to imagine women here, if you want to imagine Salman Khan, how does he look to you? Shirtless? That's the image Salman Khan has created in people's minds. Unfortunately or fortunately, that's the truth. Okay, now, what do I do as an image consultant? I actually help people put up the best image forward. Especially people who are working. You know, women, men who are working, we all have an image that we have to carry forward. And this doesn't erase the fact that we have a lot of substance inside. Yes, that is there. Technical capabilities, education, experience is all something that we already possess. Soft skills is something which we already possess. But what are we going to show to people? I am very good. I don't have to comb my hair or, apply makeup or look good. That doesn't matter. This is one thought. I am very good, but I also want to be seen as a capable person is another thought. Now, is this right? Is this right? I think it's a choice. Okay? Image can either work for you or can work against you. If you are a team lead, if you are a manager, if you are a salesperson, if you are a customer interface person, your looks definitely matter. How you look definitely matters. An example again. You're walking into your office on a particular day and somebody says, what happened? You're not feeling well today? Why are you looking dull? Yeah, really? Am I looking dull? Oh my God, what's happening? I've started, wondering what's happening to me. You go a few steps further and somebody said, are you okay? You want to go home? Why? Is something wrong? My confidence is, okay, and I'm walking a few steps further. See, what's wrong? All okay at home? Did you have a fight with your husband, boyfriend, or both? Well, my confidence is, I don't know where it's going. Okay, on another day, you have worn the best, dress that is there in the wardrobe, or you've worn a dress well. You've made your hair up, you've just washed your hair that day, it's as simple as that, and you styled it, it's sitting well on that particular day. You've had your facial or eyebrows or upper lip or waxing or whatever it is that you've done the previous day, and you're feeling on top of the world. You've done nothing extra. You just worn a nice dress in a nice way and you're walking to office. Hey, you're looking good! Coming from a person who hardly says a hi to you. You walk a few steps and you know more is coming. Now I want to go and say a hi to more people. Okay, because I want more compliments. I'm fishing. I'm going forward and somebody else says, nice. Okay. Or, somebody may not want to actually compliment, but that person is going to say, hi. That's enough. Ooh, I'm flying now. Does this happen or not? Seriously, ladies. Yes? Yes? I don't think there is even a single person, man or woman, who does not like to look good and does not like people acknowledging that. Serious. Let's get to brass tacks. Looks matter. At work, we're always sending some signals to people. What signals are we sending? Formal, informal, authoritative, approachable, capable, influential, working, functional. These are some messages which we should be sending. Available, friendly, not so formal, casual. Are these the messages that we should be sending? I don't think so, not at work. Everything that we wear gives out a message. Every single, the lapel of the coat, the lapel of the jacket that I'm wearing says I'm formal. The angles on the lapel says I'm formal, and that is why you need to wear a jacket to business meetings. That is the reason why people dress in formal suits, because a suit in international style scale is the highest. A full suit is on level 4 in the international style scale, which means you have a lot of authority. When you're actually going for a client meeting and when you're in a complete suit, you are up above them, or at least eye to eye with them for negotiation. It helps. Then you have the power to negotiate, and they will negotiate with you fairly. They will not make an undue proposal to you. So that is why dressing well, we call par dressing. Par dressing is very, very important at work, because I'm sure right now, or maybe a little later, or maybe earlier, this is appraisal time. Everybody is wondering what they're going to get. Believe you me, if you have shown yourselves as approachable, capable, formal, practical, functional, and all these positive messages, if you've given throughout the year, you will get a good appraisal. Simple. If you want to become a leader, look like a leader first. Look capable. That is where your image is going to come into place. There are 4 pillars to an image. 1 is clothing, 2, grooming, 3, communication, 4, body language and etiquette. I'm going to spend the next few minutes talking about body language, because that is something which I can give you some tips on. As women, we should also have a positive body language. Body language is basically nothing. The definition would be as simple as this. It is communication of your positivity or negativity, communication of your personality, communication of your attitude, communication of what your education is, or how you're educated rather. Communication of your mood. That is what body language is about. Did you know that we had about 7 lakh body movements and body language signals in us? 7 lakh. And they're all dissected and put into 2 different categories, like 60 different heads of postures and gestures, 60 different heads of facial expressions. Okay? Now, why is body language important? Body language is important because we use it all the time. And some body language can actually put people off. Okay? Now, I'm going to just state a few of them. One is, through body language, you can show a positive personality. Okay? Openness, accepting. This is something which you can show through body language. Acceptance and rejection. Rejection? I'm not accepting. Acceptance. Acceptance? Yes. As simple as that. There is no rocket science here. Okay? You can show whether you're an assertive person. Assertive is? That is assertive. The second is passive. That's passive. Aggressive. Aggressive. Okay? So everything that we do is somewhere recorded in the mind. It doesn't need to be a rocket scientist to understand what is happening from the other person. Everybody can read a body language. A child can understand what you're trying to say or not to say. Now we'll talk about something which is relevant to today's session. Sometimes it so happens, men around here, no offense please, this is something which the women need to be educated on, and for you to behave well with your female colleagues or friends. There is something called the circle of intimacy. Okay? Now I'm standing here. How close can a man get, or even another woman get to me? Internationally, it's understood that 0 to 8 inches is my intimate space. Got it? 0 to 8 inches is my intimate space. That's where all the whispering, touching, kissing happens. Okay? So this is an area reserved for very, very few people around us, mostly family. Or very close friends who are wishing you a happy birthday. Okay? Or you're in a party and there is going on. Okay? Mwah, mwah, going on. The next space is 8 inches to 4 feet. That is your personal space. People who are allowed to go into this distance are your best friends, sometimes colleagues, but it's mostly reserved for family and very, very close friends to stay within this to 4 feet. 8 inches to 4 feet. 4 feet to 12 feet is your social space. That's the space reserved for everybody around you. In here, your colleagues, because when you want to chat with a colleague, you can't just go, if this is the person, you can't just go, hi, how are you? No, not in the office, right? So you need to maintain that distance and then speak. Now don't start measuring that 1 arm distance we did in school from tomorrow. I don't think that will be necessary. Everybody here, this is just common knowledge, okay? Then, public distance is anything from 12 feet and you want to call for an auto rickshaw. Okay, you want to stop another public transport. Your friend is somewhere there, so you want to shout out. So that is public distance, which is 12 feet and till wherever the eye can see. This is public distance. Where I am and where you are, that distance is public distance. So that's about the distance of intimacy. Well, a woman, I think, is incomplete without elegance. Do you all agree?
Yes.
Elegance is something which makes every woman very special. How many of you disagree? Okay, how many of you agree? I can't see, but I can actually hear.
Yes.
How many of you agree?
Yes.
Some energy?
Yes.
Okay, I think this part is more energetic. Okay. I have put together a few points for women here, where through body language, you can show a lot of elegance. Several times, we want to say no, but we don't know how to say no. Right? Have you all gone through this
Yes. Yes.
predicament, which is, when somebody's saying, I want to say no, but my head is going like that, I don't know where to control, okay? First of all, do as your heart says. You're a woman. You have a very strong heart. If you want to say yes, say yes. If you want to say no, feel free and say no. Don't feel guilty. You can explain to that person why you're saying a no if it matters. If it does not matter and you do not want to give an explanation, so be it. You're allowed to do so. You do not have to explain every situation to everybody. Not required. Absolutely not required. I'm not sounding like a feminist here, but this is a fact. Okay? So, doesn't mean that you're going to shout, you're going to fight with your mom today and say no because I was taught to say no. Okay? Alright. It's good to keep eye contact. Okay? This is a general thing, men, women. It's good to keep eye contact when somebody is talking. Because if you have eye contact with somebody, their eyes are in your eyes. And not wandering around. Okay? It's a powerful way of engaging somebody in a conversation. When you sit,